510 horsepower, 725 Newton meters, 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds and a top speed of 200 kph. Welcome everyone to the Cyberster, the fastest MG. The Cyberster debuted in India at the Auto Expo 2025 and serves as MG's halo product. A disclaimer before we proceed, this isn't a full in-depth review and instead is just a quick track drive impression. Before we jump in and drive, let's take a quick look at the exterior. MG says the Cyberster is the spiritual successor to the iconic MGB Roadster from the 1960s. As for the design of the Cyberster, it has this nice aero-efficient and smooth design that gives it a really low drag coefficient of just 0.26 CD, which makes it very slippery in the air. And of course, the standout design element has to be these Lamborghini-style scissor doors, which is going to be a huge wow factor for potential customers. I also like these alloys, these 20-inch alloys which has these polished edges, and it gives it a nice purposeful stance. But one design element I'm not so sure about are these taillights, these arrow-like taillights, and maybe they could have been executed better. There are 4 color options to choose from: red and yellow, which come with a black roof, and grey and beige, both of which come with a red roof. Which color do you think suits the Cyberster the best? Let me know in the comments, and while you're at it, consider subscribing to the Autocar India YouTube channel. Now let's hit the track. So I'm launching the MG Cyberster finally, and that means putting it into super sport mode. So left foot hard on the brake, right foot on the throttle, launch control engaged, and thanks to its all-wheel drive setup, the Cyberster launches without much drama and keeps pulling relentlessly. And although the claimed time 200 is 3.2 seconds, we managed a V-box time of 3.69 seconds. So like I said, this has a dual motor setup which enables all-wheel drive, and that's really necessary given that the amount of power this thing has. You really need to have all-wheel drive to put all that power down on the road and have a perfect traction to get that launch. And even on a day like today when it's damp and it's drizzling, there's absolutely no drama. It launches with such ferocity and it feels so quick. Now, of course, this is just an initial track drive impression and not a full-blown review, as we haven't got a chance to drive it out in the real world. So things like the real world range and how it deals with speed breakers is something we can only answer once we drive this out in public roads. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Apart from the hot laps on the track, there was also a slalom and autocross course laid out for us to experience the Cyberster's handling. So now I'm at the slalom course and I'm gonna get a proper taste of what the MG Cyberster is around the bends. So let's go. In quick direction changes, you can feel the Cyberster's weight, but the all-wheel drive system and the fact that it has a perfect 50-50 weight distribution does help matters. So there is a bit of understeer that creeps in when you're really pushing it, but it has so much grip that it feels absolutely manageable. The Cyberster comes shod with grippy Pirelli P0 tires and it gets Brembo brakes, which have good stopping power but not much pedal feel. In terms of handling then, this MG feels more like a sporty Grand Tourer rather than a sharp handling sports car. And that's kind of the vibe you get inside the cabin too. Speaking of the interior, this is a really nice and cozy place to be. The fit and finish and the quality of materials is simply top notch. You'll also appreciate this sporty driver-centric layout that it has, with a center instrument cluster that's flanked by 2 touchscreens, though you have to keep in mind that this steering with its slightly thicker rim just blocks the view of these outer screens a little bit, but it's not too bad. And other than that, I have a few complaints. It doesn't have wireless smartphone integration nor a wireless charger, and there aren't many storage spaces. But other than that, these seats are superbly upholstered and they are very comfy and they look really cool as well. As for features, it packs in auto LED headlamps, an 8-speaker Bose audio system, 4 screens, powered seats, dual zone climate control and much more. Safety kit includes 4 airbags, a 360-degree parking camera, camera-based ADAS features and more. Of course, another USP of the Cyberster is its foldable soft top roof, which can be opened and closed in just 10 seconds and up to speeds of 50 kilometers per hour. With that out of the way, let's talk about the battery range and charging. So the Cyberster has a 77 kilowatt NMC battery that's packaged under the floor, and interestingly it is only 110 mm thick, which makes it the thinnest battery pack in the entire world, which is essential for a sports car like this. But despite that, you are sat slightly higher up than you would expect in a sports car. MG says it has a claimed range of 580 kilometers and it is capable of charging from 10 to 80% in just 40 minutes using a 144 kilowatt DC fast charger. The Cyberster is priced at Rs 75 lakh and it's retailed through MG's new select showrooms. It sits in a unique space with the closest competitor being the BMW Z4 that's priced at Rs 93 lakh. The Cyberster does have some downsides like the lack of interior storage spaces, and we'll also have to see how its low ground clearance contends with our road conditions. But other than that, it has the wow factor, and if you want something for your weekend drives that's a little sporty and makes you stand out, the Cyberster is definitely worth considering.